What's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die in a year or two. Probably. I would say less than a year or two. I might make it, I might not. We'll see. But I'm the smartest man alive. I have a lot to give. We'll see what the world does. But basically, I'm swimming against the current. And what it is, it's kind of like the Bernie Sanders thing. It's good versus bad, evil versus good, pure against dirty, rich against bad, right? Because the rich are just greedy fuckers. That's all they are. I guarantee that because most people, when given money, disperse money. The only people that don't spend money, unless they make money, are people that are greedy, or selfish, or self-interested, and they're generally bad. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna let this lady go by at this next house. Okay. Racism. So, I don't think racism. Okay, first off, before we get into the topic, we gotta do my metric, which is I go for the throat. Okay? So, out the gate, people who exist in this world of racism understand race isn't true. Race isn't real. Race is a lie. It's a trick. It was. Oh shit. Okay, I misstepped there. No reason for alarm. Anyways, it was created. Someone invented racism, and they only invented racism to create diversion. A diversion to create a diversion. To distract. Or else racism isn't true. The reason is color of skin. For example, white and black people, the only reason why there's a difference is because Africa is a location on the world, the world of America. Okay, let's just go with that for a second. There's a place in the world called Africa, and black people are created there. And the reason why is because God throws a lot of sunlight at them. Right? That's why. It's not because, oh, you're black, because you're African. No. It's they're black because they came from Africa. They can be a descendant from Africa, the husband and wife, and then come to America, and then they can have a baby, and guess what? that child will be African American, but and then let's say that child grows up, gets into a relationship with a person from America. That kid is born tan, and slowly, at the end of the day, at the end of mixture, tan will be the color of the world. And what's up, Bill Hadley? 420, what's up? But yeah, tan is the color eventually. I think it was I'm trying to remember his name. Russell Peters, right? Humping Asians or humping whatever. I think it was Asians. Hump brown people, he said. Because we're all going to be tan or brown at the end of the day. And people are like, oh, well, we need to protect our heritage. We need to protect our culture. You dumbass. Do you understand that if our gravity was different, you would be black? You understand that? The reason why people are white is because it came from caves. Oh shit. We lived in caves and where you get no sunlight. What an idiot. Oh, I challenge you, Tom Barnett. You call me an idiot about what? What do you disagree on? What's up, Cliff? The city is Townsville on Earthenson. And the nation is nationalityism. It's just, yeah. Oh, this is holidays. I thought it said hotel. I was like, what the fuck? Makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, so I keep getting a fucking call. So anyways, racism is a lie, okay. So now we get to what's called crime, basically, because that's tied to racism. Because poor people or colored people tend to be poor and desperate, and they have to do shit to survive, okay? And that's where it comes from. And then on top of that, they also control the narrative. For example, if you, I don't remember, like there's IP blockers, I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa. Cool. I am not. Anyways, they control your IP. And my point with that is, once upon a time, television was distributed by a person. And so what they would do is they chose certain neighborhoods, and they would pick the shows that you would watch. And depending on your neighborhood, like for example, in Mexican cities, they would promote gangs and gang violence and give you ideas and fill your head with bullshit. But in white neighborhoods, there's like science stuff and culture stuff and movies, theater or the arts, that kind of shit. But that kind of stuff was unheard of in like a Mexican community, for example. And that is where it came from. They made it. They made it, and then they got pissed off that it was a thing. Again, it's all about division. They are intentionally trying to split us up and make us fight instead of uniting. We're spending our time hating one another. This is why these people that are hate spitters end up on TV all the fucking time. And you'll never hear from the guy that's all about peace and holding the world together and being friends with everyone, who has the power of heart. What were they called? What were they called again? Planeteers. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart. Go planet, right? Heart is what we're missing. Heart is what's wrong with the world. Heart is where we're all fucking divided, all fucked up, and we're all killing each other. Or lack of heart, I should say. But anyways, all of that shit, that's what racism is and where it comes from. It's because people are on hard times. And that's all it is. People are on hard times. Pocket, you go 1 second. Shit. That walk was hard, man. You have no idea how difficult it is for someone like, it's like people take it for granted. And I don't blame you for taking it for granted, but damn. Round 2. But yeah. So none of that shit would exist if they didn't force it. Like, no one would know about gangs. For example, if people didn't keep raising awareness of gangs and they made it seem honorable or seem cool, or like you wanted to be a gang member, like that's not good. But they had TV shows about it, like the movie Grease. Like they were members of gangs, and then there's other movies that take that gang idea and make it into something else. And that's kind of how it works. Like Taylor Swift, for example, would have a on stage, a studio, a thing, an event where she's full of stadium. The problem was that there was hella little girls that would go, and hell of little girls that were fucking raped and taken advantage of. And I'm not saying anything because there's good from it. There is good. Like they have this stage, the studio, the stand, and yada yada yada, and that's fair, and that's fine, and that's whatever. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is the leftover shit. Like you have a party, and that's fine. Like let's just say you have a party at home. Hell, people show up at your party, even people you didn't invite. There's just a lot of people at the party, and you know someone is gonna get hurt at that party, one way or another. Someone is gonna get hurt at the party, even if you don't mean to. It happens. And that's what I'm telling you. And they say, oh, gang members and gang violence and blah, blah, blah. But the reason why those gangs exist is because, well, I'm telling you, you're making it a thing. You're making it an outcome by bringing it up. And that's the point. It's just you making it an outcome. That's it. If you would shut up about it, it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a thing. But because you want to talk about it, it's a thing. And that's how it works. It's perpetuated. It's just moves along. That's what it is. How's it going? But yeah, people don't know. They think they know, but they don't. Like, people who don't agree with racism are stupid. They think they figured it out. They think they know. But the thing is, like, think of it this way. You're digging in the yard. You're 2 feet deep, and you think you have seen the whole backyard, but in reality the backyard is 10 feet deep. Also, it's more than one spot. There's also, it's 10 by 10, right? So it's 10 up, 10 down, and then 10 deep. And all you've done is dug one hole that's 2 feet deep. And you're telling me that, oh, that's the world, that's everything. Everything since the universe. We've seen the edge of the universe. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You just discovered an ocean in the earth, and you're going to tell me that you've seen the edge of the universe? Fuck you. You fucking madman. Fucking crazy ass motherfucker. I posted a video about some dude who says he can measure. I'm trying to remember. There's something about the light speed and slowing down light. But in reality, you're not slowing down light. All you've done is altered it. You didn't slow it down. You can't do anything to light. It's the same thing like running through water, for example, doesn't slow you down. So on surface level, it does. But when you break it down and really understand the physics behind it, it doesn't. It's not the water that slows you down. It's the rips and the tears and the pulls and the flows and the eaves and the waves and the currents and all that shit. That's what slows you down. The water has nothing to do with it. It's just there. But you're trying to push through it. And it resists. Yeah, it resists. And you're trying to push through it. But what is resisting? What do you think it is? It's the weight of the water. Right? It's in your way. And it slows you down. But again, when you really break it down and to really understand it's not the water that's doing it. It's the weight. It's all that shit. Yeah, it's the weight of the water. But again, you can replace the weight. Replace the water with anything as long as the weight is the same and it's water, a fluid that acts like water, and it will work because it's not the water that's doing it. It's the weight of the water. Oh shit. My earbud fell out. But I caught it. Anyways. And that is how babies are born. Like birds aren't flying. What they're doing is gliding on air, not flying. We call it flying because we're stupid, and it's a simple and the fastest way to explain it. But if you break it down and you really get to know the physics and you really want to learn and you want to learn and understand, like for example, you wouldn't tell a pilot or someone who's trying to build an airplane, oh yeah, birds fly, and it's just flying. There's so much things that you need to teach them in order for them to make a plane, in order for them to do this and that, blah blah. That's how everything is in life. Nothing, everything is just cut and like, there's a short story for everything, but everything has a pool to go into, a deepness if you ain't stupid. And that's kind of how racism it works, right? Like me saying race is a thing is like saying birds can the reasons why birds can do what they do is because they can fly. But in reality, they can't fly. And guess what? In reality, when you break it down, racism isn't true either. It's the same fucking thing. They both have so much more to learn and to understand. To really get an idea of what's going on, you need to know. You can get by, but the problem is, for example, if you want to be the boss or the manager or a coach or something, you better damn well know that birds can't fly. It's okay for a kid or an employee or a store clerk that just stacks the shelves to think that birds can fly because birds can fly. He doesn't need to know the mechanics involved. But if you want to be a boss, you better fucking know. That's what I'm telling you. And the problem is, in the world right now, we have a fucking bunch of bosses that don't know that birds don't fly. They think they can just fly. That's the problem with the world. Is everyone thinks birds can just fly, but the truth is they can't. They are gliding on wind. Truth be told, that's what birds are doing. I'm sorry, they're gliding on air. And a change in air pressure causes wind. And you are feeling the change of pressure, and that's the wind you're feeling. And that's what birds' wings do, is they change air pressure. That's how what's his name figured out flight. He figured out that the top of the wing and the bottom of the wing were different, and the air pressures were different. And it was through those changes that birds can fly. And then it was through that understanding that they created airplanes. And we've just been fucking perfecting it since. But nowadays kids are like, oh yeah, they do that because airplanes can fly. Like, what the fuck, are you stupid? Where does electricity come from? Oh, the wall. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. But see, the thing is, what I'm talking about, you have to have a brain. If you don't have a brain, then what I'm saying, it sounds like I'm talking in a different language. You have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. Right? And this is why people are racist and they talk about racism and they say, oh yeah, race is good, racism is good, and segregation is good. It's because it's simple. It's like saying birds can fly because birds can fly. It's simple and it makes sense. So people do that, and that's why racism is a thing. It's because it's easy and people understand it. And anyone can do it, and it doesn't take a scientist with a brain to figure it out. In the pocket you go. Oh man. I'll tell you right now that I did not. I'm too young. I'm living like I'm 80 years old, dude. I should not be going through what I'm going through. Fuck. But because of the shit I've been through, I'm experiencing it. But I'm the best person in the world for it. And on top of this, I'm also trying to climb in World of Warcraft. I'm sorry, League of Legends. Oh, real quick, side note. Basically, I was looking through my computer recently, and I found a video of me driving around in a car, And the thing is, the car no longer exists because no one bought it, because no one claimed it, because no one wanted it. They destroyed it. It's a fucking cube now. They sold it to Pick and Pull, and they tore it apart, and that fucking broke my heart because that was a good fucking car. I had hopes and dreams for that car. It's gone now. But that's okay. Anyways, I got one more in me, I think. So in the pocket you go. Oh, okay. Hi. I think he said good luck, man. That's what I feel like. But anyways, this is the final countdown. Ba-da-da, ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da-da, ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da. So anyways, I was gonna say, if anybody had anything to say it now, because once we reach the end of the block, there's a seat over there. I'm probably gonna end the stream so I can listen to something and walk alone if no one is there. I don't mind walking with people, but I think I bestowed enough information for the world to see. But I need some chats, or else I might end it. I am the world's smartest man. I'm probably gonna die in a year or two. Tops, by the way. I could die tomorrow. I might not wake up. Who knows? But I have all the answers. I know everything. God has touched me in a way. I got laid when I was a young boy. Because I was a hot ass kid. And that bestowed onto me some fucking knowledge that you wish to have. Wisdom that you wish to have. As the smartest man alive, as the ultimate alpha, as the king. Hey. But yeah, race isn't a thing. Race is not real. It's an illusion created by people to divide, to make father and son quarrel, so that no empires would rise. It was a way for the rich to stay in control. A way to keep the poor down. Let's keep breaking them apart, have them destroy each other out of spite and envy instead of wishing. Instead of empowering one another, they fought for a crown with a dumpster, because the dumpster is all they could get. But if they worked together, they would achieve great things, and they could all have a crown, and it would be riddled with gold and jewels. But no, they've ruined it. So anyways, there's my chair right there. It's a little gray thing. And with that, I'm going to stop the recording unless someone says something between here and there. Well, me sitting down, of course. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Be happy, be well, be safe. I think there's enough information in that video for the world to grow from. Ow. Okay. Ow. Okay. This sucks, but 6 people now. Holy shit. Okay. Down to 2. Alright, guys. Take it real. Keep it easy. Have a good one. Be well. Be happy. Be safe. The seat sucks. Okay. Fuck it. Oh. That chair sucks, by the way. This chair. This. I put my stinky ass upon that chair. Where are you at? I'm walking around the neighborhood. Oh, down here. Real quick. It's cool. But this little, it shows you how these things are invented and made and created. See that? I'm in California. Near Alameda. See that? There's a fence, but look. All of that. I can't see. It looks like something's in the way. Yeah, I can't see because the sun. I tried. Sorry. But what's up, Charles? How you doing? But I try to show you the Forbidden Land San Jose. But yeah, we're talking about racism and stupidity and having depths of knowledge, and how most people, like if you rated knowledge on a 10 by 10 by 10 grid, most people have a 2-foot hole and they think that they discovered everything. They've seen the world, but the world is a 10 by 10 by 10 grid, but meanwhile they've only taken up 2 by 1, right? 2 by, well, it's 1 by 1 by 2 is what they did. 1 by 1 by 2, but there's 10 by 10 by 10. So there's 100 spots to dig. They've dug one, and they think they've seen everything. That's how we work. That's how we roll. Snowy and dark. Damn. I'm guessing you're white. Because the atmosphere what's it called? If you have snow. Because again, race is a fucking lie, bitch. If you didn't know, race isn't true. It was just a way to divide people up. That was it. A way to divide people into groups to make them fight each other. And the reason why they wanted to fight each other is because they wanted to make sure they wouldn't build empires and start their own clubs and organizations. They wanted your money. So instead of you donating to me, for example, you donate to them. And that's kind of how it works. That's how it rolls. And so if your money went to me, I would invest right back into you. I would build you roads. I would build businesses. I'd raise them, get them to the point that they can run on their own, make sure the people in charge are good to go, and then call it good, and then go do it again. And do it again, but instead, it's paid to the man. He takes your money and buys a boat. And his wife that's banging hella fucking beaners in your boat. You're paying for her. And you're paying for her kids that's made from some other man that she tricked the guy into thinking they're his, but in reality they're not his. And he's paying for them. And you're giving him money. That's how it works. But instead, you could stop funding them and give me your money, and you could have a good life. Because, like I said, I would invest in you. I'd be curious, like, hey, can I make a Pokemon haul? And all that would be is cards. All day. Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that shit would exist. It would properly run. I would raise it up to be a business. And then once it can exist on its own, then I cut and do it again with something else. Maybe I do sports this time. But nope. Instead, you're paying some dude for his yacht and his illegitimate kids. like Trump and his fucking yacht or his airplane. That's what you're doing. That's the shit you're paying for. But anyways, my legs hurt. Holy fuck, do my legs hurt. But have a great day, guys. Take it easy. I hope you're happy. God bless. Be strong. Be loved. Be well. Be happy. Share the wealth. Share the love. Share the life. Have empathy. I think that's the best advice you can give to somebody, is just be able to imagine yourself in their shoes. How would you feel in their shoes? That, I think, is the best advice in the world. If you were a prisoner, you would want, like a toilet, 3 meals a day, a book to read, of course, no hard book. 1 second, pocket you go, of course. Okay. My heart is pumping. All right. Okay, there we go. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Have a good day. Be well. Be happy. Be safe. Praise Allah. Praise Yevon, the Final Fantasy X God. Share the wealth. Share the life. Share the love. Be honest. Be authentic. Be happy. Live life with no regrets. And with that, the next message will decide what I do with the stream. As you wish. Take care, guys. Anyways, I'm out. That was kind of random. Good times, good times. Be well, be happy, be strong. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice ass car. Damn. Ooh, that's a nice ass car. Damn. Alright, I'm out of here. You will be happy, be safe, peace.